All right, good morning and welcome to another market review. My name is Victor. I'm going to be your host for this morning's review. It's so nice to see all of you that are here. Good morning, Mr. Felix. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Daniel. Over here, Nelly Dan. Okay, Mr. Kenny. It's been a while. Good morning, sir. Good morning. It's been a while. Trust you've been good. And the market too has been good too. Excuse me. Okay. All right. I think we just have a few persons on call. Um, in about a minute or two now, we are going to kick off this session. Let me see. So, as usual, how's the market been? Good, fair, or not good? By good, I mean you're making way more profit. By fair, you make some, you lose some, but you're not really in loss. Then by not good, like P&L, plus or minus, you're still in loss. Mixed. Oh, okay. Yes, please, I would appreciate your response as far as the market maker. That's good. All right. Sorry, I just stepped away for a moment. Oh, well, gold right now is not really going anywhere per se. Um, that guy is just going up and down, but it's a little bit edging up. I told you last time on Wednesday that gold is headed back to that high. But the speed is not what I trust. And we can see that it's not really moving fast. Okay. Um, but irrespective, we're still very much bullish. Okay, so for today now, Wednesday, be the 3rd of December 2025. I'm sure, okay, no, I'm on market Forex Factory. I'm on Forex Factory. Oh. So you can see that we've had that of, okay, we are expecting that of CHF. Actually, CHF has not been performing as well as I expected it to be since last week. It ought to be strong, but we're still waiting for it. Once it becomes strong, because I have a trade running also on CHF. So by 8:30, let's see if CHF will muster up some strength against other currencies, especially like Euro CHF, um, Euro CHF, CAD CHF, and AUD CHF. Let's see if there's going to be massive drop from the effect of this news since it's CPI. Then, but most importantly, also we have that of ADP non-farm employment change. This is a prelude to NFP actually, happening today by 2:15. Then we're going to have, now this is not a high impact news, it's medium impact news. European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde is going to be speaking later today by 2:30. And lastly, we are going to have ISM services PMI by 4 p.m. today for the USD. So we have one by 2:15 and 4 p.m. for USD. So these are like the major news we're going to be focusing on for today. Otherwise, we are through to trade the rest of today technically. Now going over to my charts. I don't know if you can see my chart. Kindly confirm if you can see my chart. Okay. All right, good. Thank you. So okay, this was one of the things I like MT5. Some of the things you double just to remain there. Okay, so let's start with currency pair as usual. So I was expecting, or we were expecting, because we did this analysis together last week for USD JPY to keep falling. If you go back to, if you can locate the Zoom session on YouTube for last week Wednesday, the one I did, so you will see the same analysis because we are looking out for two things. First off is we need USD to go up. It has a natural uptrend from our daily time frame and our weekly time frame. Now, this guy has a natural uptrend, if you remember. So we are mostly looking for buy opportunities. And how do we find our buy opportunities? We look for key zones. And our key zones, as I earlier mentioned also, are areas where we have a previous high that price respected and finally broke above the high. So we mark that high, expect price to come into that level before we can keep pushing back to the upside, which we've had here. This high, price created this high, and the moment it took out this high, so we will mark this high, price should come back to it before pulling to the upside. And this high also has been violated, broken. Now we mark this level and we expect price to tap into it before we push to the upside. So if I come down to my lower time frames, you see the level. This was the latest level marked, and this is it on 1 hour. So this is that same level, right? This level. So you can see that we were expecting price to either fall from here or from here, these two areas. This was last week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Yeah. So from here or here, we're expecting a fall. Price didn't fall here, but got here before it started that fall. And the fall wasn't swift, but you can see it was consistent. Now I got very close to this area and it has changed direction, right? So right now we are going to be going bullish on USD JPY. So what do I expect from USD JPY is to be bullish, all right? So I can expect buys for one, that's this area, and worst case scenario from the other block right here, the last sell before the buy, the last sell before the buy, the opposite candle, if you remember. That's why aside being live in the analysis, it's also very good you go back to the video to learn one or two things because there's no time. We don't have enough time to start dissecting all of these things. This is not a training session. It's an analysis session, right? Okay, so still expect it to be bullish, right? So price need to, for you to go up, you need to come down first. So price has been coming down, get to a particular level, then it pulls to the upside, all right? For me to buy, I need a sell. So if you notice, these levels are the sells before this buy started. That was why this level was marked. And if you notice, this previous bearish candle got into this point and was rejected. So here's another one. So hopefully the next candle that will come out should become bullish, maybe bullish engulfing. For those who are looking for candlestick pattern, bullish engulfing, or a hammer, any of that, or morning star, should start pushing us to the upside. Yeah. So that's for USD JPY. We've come into this level and we are bullish now. Uh, then for the euro dollar, let me take this out. For the euro dollar, all right. So as you can see, also we're expecting some bullish moves. I think when was this? This is Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. So we're expecting price to tap into this level and push to the upside, which it did, but not massively. It did. Pulled up, range, and it's still pulling up. So where are we headed to? So let's look at for our daily time frame. So I told you that USD JPY, sorry, Euro USD is currently trading between this lower level, this support area, this key level, and this high, between this low and this high, right? So, and I expect price to, push up. It might get to this point and stop, according to, it might get to this top and stop because this is a key zone. But in the long run, I still expect it to take it out to get to this point. Okay, this was the probably the 2 weeks ago Wednesday. I was expecting price to push up to this point. Price pushed up to this point, respected it, came back down. Now price is pushing up to this exact same point it dropped from. Look at it on 1 hour. So we're expecting price to get all the way to this point here. But the last time price was coming from this low, we could see price rallied up to this point, and it dropped all the way back here again. Now it's rallying, and it's at this point that it dropped the last time. Okay, so price can possibly respect this level for a sell at the moment, or if there's enough momentum, it breaks. Because I know in the long run, price should be bullish and at least to this level here, right? Price should be bullish at least to this level right here. So USD, Euro USD, we are watching to see what price is going to do, but the momentum for the buy is very strong. The momentum for that buy, possibly break out this level, break out, retest, and continue. Or we just have a massive sell to the downside, just like it did around this particular point. So whatever price wants to do, then we will follow it. So that's for Euro USD. Euro JPY also. Yes, this is the level we are buying from. Okay, this is the level we are buying from. This is the low that we have been dealing with. And how did we get this low? You can see it was a previous high that was broken. We marked this level. Okay, oh, this is current market price. Okay. Yes, you can see there was a previous high that brought this bearish candle. Then it was finally broken, so we marked the high. You can see it. Now it's clearer on your 4 hours. It's clearer on your 4 hours. Okay, this is the high. It was broken. So mark the level, came down to retest, and it has retested once, twice, 3 times. So it's currently headed back to the upside. The price has already gone far. Now the distance between here and this high is not that far anymore. This is the level we really expect price to get to. This level. All right. So if one of two things can happen, it's either price just continues, or you see price come back, whatever down, whatever sell price does, whatever bearish move it makes, is in order to buy later in future. Please understand that, right? This is an uptrend, and the uptrend is very strong. You can see how strong that this uptrend is. So to be on the safer side, to be on the side of the market, is to be looking out for buy opportunities on Euro JPY. And the buy opportunities we've had has already passed. Like the best buy uh, zone when price was very close to this area or immediately broke out of these levels, we probably would have been buying, but we've missed out on that. Now, price is a little above halfway to our destination. So price can slow down. It has done that before here. You can see the whole of this zone. So price has gotten to this point before, came back down to this point, came back down. Now it's here. So there's a possibility it can. But whatever coming back down is doing is to go back up again. Whatever down is doing is to go back up. So if it does down again, so we are expecting it to go back up. And if it has enough momentum to break, then this, as long as it hasn't gotten to this point, you can keep buying. All right. So that's for Euro JPY. Please, I hope we are together. I hope I'm not by myself here. If you are with me, please type yes. If you are with me, yes. If you're not with me, no. If you understand what I've been doing or the analysis, just help me with a yes. And if you don't, just a no. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Wow. I really appreciate your quick responses. Okay. Good. Now let's continue, right? So basically, we are looking out for buy on Euro JPY. If so, we would want price to break, but I would prefer it comes back down and let's start the journey again. That's what I would prefer actually, right? Should I sell it? Selling it is dangerous because it can break. So I wanted to come down to buy. Um, so done. Let's see if we can find an opportunity on GBP JPY or GBP USD rather. Let me hide this. Okay. Okay, GBP JPY. So what were we looking at before? Yeah. We're looking at coming to this level to buy. Yeah, it did. And let's see. Start from our daily time frame. Okay, good. So we are currently coming into a double top. We are coming into a double top. A double top on a daily time frame is a significant one, right? A very significant one. You see this level? Aha. So whatever buys that we have been doing before, the moment price got to this point, you could see that it first of all came back down. Came back down. So I'm not going to be doing a lot buying from this place, a lot of buying. As long as whenever price gets to this level here, price can still go a little. This is the maximum point with which I would want to buy to. So from here, yes, we can still do the buy, especially if price breaks above this particular level right here. Then we can still keep pushing it to the upside. Yeah, so something like this. Something like this, a break above, wait for a retest. Can be here, it can be inside, but we expect it to keep pushing up, right? So something like this is what we would expect, all right, from GBP JPY. So yeah, we can still buy it up until this level. But once it gets all the way here, we're buying again. So because this level I marked here is a previous, you can see this level here, all right? The previous highest point, the all-time high for GBP JPY price is approaching that level, and there's a very high tendency there's going to be a double top. Means price is going to do exactly what it did here again. So comes here and respect it. And we might expect some massive sell again. Okay. Yeah, so that's for GBP JPY. That's for GBP JPY. Then what else? So if we can jump to GBP USD lastly on currencies, except, okay, no, we'll still have CHF to do. All right, this is GBP USD. Nope, it's not updated. This is not updated. Okay, all right. So on our GBP USD, we've been bullish for a while until price got here, but you can see overall price is dropping. Right, this is on a weekly time frame now. Price is doing more of sell at the moment. Right, good. So which means whatever buys we are having here is just going to buy up until a particular level. So we are not expecting that buy to go above this level. Might not even come close. Okay, might not even come close. All right, that's one. So since we've been buying, we've been waiting for a shift in the momentum of the market, and price gave us that shift by breaking below our key levels, which is, you can see the first key level. Now, when we're bullish, we're expecting, okay, break, retest, continue, which it did perfectly here. It came back down again, continued, but broke to this level, came back here, was holding at this upper level. Now it came to this lower level, even broke the lower level. So price is between this upper level and this lower level. Price is in between these two levels. So let me bring it up to date. Here, uh, here. Okay, so price is currently in between these levels, right? And for the fact that price has broken above this last high here, which means that we'll continue pushing most likely until price gets here. Okay, so for GBP USD, we're going to push until we get to this point right here. So for today's bullish, but oh, let me see, that's 4 hour time frame. Let me, yeah, 1 hour. Okay, good. So we'll push until we get to this particular level. Now, that is technically speaking. Now, but you know, technicals can be defied, right? Because we are actively pushing up. And how do I know? The last, sorry, when price was dropping, this was the last high that price created, last significant high here. All right, now price cleared this high, pushed to this upside. You can see there was a retest, not perfect, but there was a retest. When it broke these levels, there was a retest down here before price kept pushing up again, right? So price has been taking this as another mini level, because why I call it a mini level is on a 1 hour time frame. I don't trust it much. It can be broken. So that's why I expect price to possibly take it out. Okay, take it out for us to push into this level. Now, one or two things will happen. Is that price gets here, comes back down, starts the journey, or break retest and push to that upside. Okay. So one of two things will happen on GBP USD. Okay. Let's see. Euro CHF. All right, good. So Euro CHF, lastly, if you look at from the daily time frame perspective, you will see that we are very much bearish, like very much bearish, right? So we're expecting a continuation of that sell. Now we are going to be looking at the last major high price created, and that last major high, we have one here. We have another one here, but it's too close. It's can serve as liquidity. Then another one here. Okay. Now, on a 4-hour time frame, we have this one right here, where, okay, this is the major level. On a 4-hour time frame, good. We had this one here. So I was thinking that price will most likely stop at this level, but unfortunately, price is trying to hedge up till this level here before dropping. So this can be a good time now to place that sell, because after selling here, I've had my position from here already. Price still pushed up, is ranging. Sometimes to get to a little profit, then come back, you know. So it's a good time now for us to have that sell. And I can assure you, when price starts dropping, it's going to be massive. Okay, yeah, this was where I was expecting that drop already, but instead it has been ranging, not giving that drop. It has been ranging. Okay, so this is the highest level price has been ranging from so far. So there's a very high chance that price will drop from here. So a sell on Euro CHF will be good right now for those who have not entered before. Okay. Now let's look at silver or USD CHF. Let's see. You can see it's a downtrend, clearly a downtrend. Okay, so we are looking out for sell opportunities. And this is the area where we've been expecting sell. Was this on Wednesday? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, so on Wednesday, we're expecting sell price to come into this level. Yeah, this levels. If you remember this level that we marked, I don't know how many persons took this sell on Wednesday. So I was expecting price, because while we were doing the analysis, price was around this bullish candle here. This bullish candle here. So we cannot keep selling from here. So I said, so we need, if you understand that law, that rule of opposite candle. You want to sell, but you need a buy. You want to sell, you need a buy to sell. For those who understand other blocks, supply demand, you understand this concept. So for me to sell, I need price to rally back up to connect to the opposite candle, which is the last buy candle before this massive sells, like the origin of the sell. Now there's this buy candle, but this is the main origin. All right, so the buy candle, so from the top to the bottom, so you expect price to come into that level for us to have another sell. And price did it like almost perfectly. All right, I just hope your stop loss was not too close. So you can see the sell. And if we want to do a continuation sell, another continuation, this is what I would have done. You can see this last buy candle before this massive sell again, right? So if I take from the bottom to the top, I extend it to the future. What do you notice? The immediately price rallied and just tapped into that point. There was a drop, not sufficient enough. It entered way more, and there was a better drop, right? There was a better drop. So this is how we usually look out for continuation of sales. Now, if you want to continue selling again, you want to continue selling. Now, someone might say, "Oh, if I look out for the last buy candle here before you sell, why is it doing this way?" Now, First of all, follow the steps. This was the latest drop, and this drop hasn't fulfilled because we need to come into this level. You see this, the last buy now before the sell happened. So the best sell would be for price to rally all the way up to this point before another drop, right? Which price has not done. This is what we call unmitigated zone. This zone is unmitigated. So you can see if price starts going all the way up, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. So I'll be waiting for it to get to this point. If it does, then I'm going to have my good sell, a continuation sell, because we are yet to see the massive sell, like consistent massive sell. Like you can see where I drew it to. Price hasn't even gotten close, right? It hasn't gotten close, and we are supposed to be in the downtrend. So you see, there's a lot of room for us to sell to, right? So that's my take on USD CHF for this morning. Then let's go to D. This is D30. Aha, good. Think this, we're waiting for price to come into this zone. Now, price looked like it wasn't going to end here, but fortunately, it has stopped. So this is Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. So see here, this is we are buying point. Buy from here. It came all the way there. We are buying again. So whenever price drops to these levels, we'll be doing our buy. And we are looking out to buy until price gets to this upper band. Yeah, to this upper band, right? To this upper band. So in the long run, it's going to be a buy. Is it going to be buying right now? It's possible, but because price has stopped here on a lower time frame, the 1 hour time frame, let me call it the median time frame, price has stalled around this level. So there's still a slight chance that price can still pull down from here. That's why I said if it pulls down from here, we wait for it all the way down and we'll buy back up again. And if at all it breaks, then we'll keep buying it up till it gets to this area here, all right? Until it gets all the way here. So that's for D. Now, the analysis is not telling you, oh, guys, buy now, sell now. Not really, but pointing you to what we are expecting price to do. You just decide how you want to sell. Now, reason is because some persons are trading with 500, 300, 200. I wouldn't be surprised some people trading 100K, yes. And you have people trading with 5 million, 10 million, 20 million. Now, obviously, someone might feel because of the size of my account, why don't I just even enter the buy now? Since I'm expecting to buy in the long run, even with a standard lot, you have like 10 million. It won't hurt you even if price goes all the way down. Yes, a standard lot, even if it goes all the way down to this point, before price returns and starts going back to the upside. But if you have 500, even 1 million, and you do, even if it's 0.1, and price comes all the way here, it won't be funny, all right? It won't be funny. The drawdown compared to your capital. So you might get scared and you probably just want to get off the market. Meanwhile, price eventually goes your way. News is bad for CHF. CHF has not really been performing well. Hence, that's why price has been stalling. Okay, let me see. Can you buy GBP USD now? CPI came better than CHF. We've done GBP USD. What did we do there? No, you can't. Maybe until it breaks out here, or if it returns back here, then you buy. But if your account is sizable, then you can obviously. In case it decides to come down first before it goes up, you will be able to bear the drawdown first. Yes, so news bad for CHF, which means, let me see. Oh, that's why there's this bullish candle. Let's see how he reacted on lower time. Yeah, that's why there was this bullish candle. But irrespective, because there've been like two fundamental for CHF within that time to now. For uh, now, also coincidentally, around this time, the euro is very strong, like very strong. So what CHF is doing is, since CHF is not strong enough to bring it down, and euro is strong, and euro is the base, hence it should keep pulling to the upside. That's why it has been ranging. So as strong as euro is, it hasn't been able to break out of this high. But CHF is not strong enough to bring it all the way down. So it's just ranging, right? It's just ranging. Okay. So that being said, this is US 100. Let me see. Now for my US 100, I'm not sure this was the one I did analysis on last week. No, this is not. Because if I did, I would have seen what I did here. Okay, you would see where we are coming from. Okay. This is my daily time frame, by the way. So for those who understand what I'm doing, I'm marking out key levels now on my daily time frame. Okay. If I come to, there's this one here again, but it was violated the first time. Okay, so if I come down to my 4-hour time frame, okay, you can see this last level. It's a mini level. Okay, so this is we're actively pulling to the upside. Yeah, because the moment price broke out to this level, they tested perfectly and it's still hedging to the upside. And there's a lot of room for price to still cover to the upside. Let me look at it on 4 hours. There's still some room. Got it on daily. Okay, there's still some room for price to cover to the upside. You can see the whole of this room. Price has broken this trend line. So we are pushing to the upside and we should push up until, we should push all the way up to this level. It might not be once, but in the long run, yes, we are being very bullish. So if you're buy, you are safe. So worst case is if it comes down, it might come down. So let me look at how it looks like on lower time frames. So if it comes down for us to have another buy, if we want to buy, we need a sell. So this sell from top to bottom all the way here. All right. So if price can give us a drop into this point here, it will be a very good point to buy. A drop into this point will be a very good point to buy. And why this level? You can see this sell before this buys. So we need price to come into it and continue the buy. Uh, okay. When I say US 2000, US 2000. Before we go, okay, let's just look for it. I don't have it here. It's not one of my trader instruments though. So let's see. Sorry about that. All right. US 2000. So I like to start from either daily, and if daily is not clear enough, I go to weekly. MT5 will just start loading. Okay, but you get the concept. We have a natural uptrend. But you see, the uptrend of US 2000 can be the swift bearish move can. The bearish move rather can be swift. And due to the fact that it's heavy, it can be costly if you are trading with a small capital. I will say it again, again, and again. Trading with small capital is one of the undoings that can happen to you in this market. Trust me. Trading was not designed for people who don't have money. Trading was designed for the rich to make more money, right? From small to make more money. Hence, if you carry your few cents, your few dollar, your few naira, thousands, and you bring to this market, the risk is high from you. Even if you are getting the trade correct, you need not to just get the direction at that moment correct. You must be accurate to the point that you buy and almost immediately starts buying. You must also be accurate to the point that price shouldn't really come down. It shouldn't get to your stop loss. And you wouldn't want a big stop loss because of your capital. You're trying to manage what you have, even if you are trading with a smaller lot size. Trust me. But if you have sizable capital, even if you want to trade with small lot size, it's fine. You won't even you can take your eyes off the chart for days. Either you are in negative or you are in profit. You can take your eyes off it. As long as you know where price should possibly be headed to, you know the trend. So, like I said, this is having an uptrend, right? And in this uptrend now, let me confirm if this, okay, it's not a double top. Price has braced past this particular level. Now, this is what I'm saying. Say we have something like this. So we have something like this. And sorry. Okay. And now I don't like drawing resistance because for uptrend, because price will take out the resistance. Imagine me drawing this as a resistance now. Price will take it out and use it as support in future because we're in an uptrend. Okay, so I wouldn't want to do something like this. What I can just use this for is to say, oh, price is possibly going to trade into this place before it might respect again. So I'm looking at where price should trade to. Okay, that's one. Two, you can see the distance between the last previous high here and where price is currently. There's a lot of space. There's an imbalance. We call this an imbalance. There's an imbalance because price need to connect. So that thing that I do, where I say, oh, for me to buy, I need a sell, right? Now, price has just been buying without connecting back down to another previous sell to continue buying. So it's an imbalance. Let me just use that terminology. So I need price to be balanced for me to have that confidence to trade. It's just like you are laying blocks, you are building a house. Market is in structure. So you have a structure, a building. Um, you are laying the blocks. You are doing the fittings. You can't lay one block, another one on top of it, then give so much gap and keep building. Except maybe you are trying to do a window lintel. Like, I don't know this building terminologies mostly. There has to be connection for the structure to stand. Right? The system is supporting this block is supporting the next block and all. So if you understand what I mean, if you try to get my analogy. So here there's an imbalance because price just kept going. It didn't come back to any sell, but like it looks like price wants to come back now. So even though I'm in an uptrend and I know that price is expected to trade all the way to this point or these points. Let me see. Oh, this is 4 hours. No, I need it on 1 hour. Okay, good. Now, and I know price is expected to trade all the way to that particular point there. Now, for the fact that there's a massive distance between this point and this point, so price can come to this level before it continues. The only reason price is stopping here from the lower time frame perspective because price is just connecting to this one. You can see these cells before this buy, right? If I mark them from bottom to top and I extend it to the future, you can see that price is just taking this structure, but there's a massive imbalance around here. Check it out. Whenever you are buying, there has to be some form of connection. There has to be some form of connection, right? Excuse me. Okay, good. Let's see. So you can see this buy here. Now, after breaking above this level, you can see this massive sell candle coming to connect to this sell before we continue buying again. And you can see all of this drop is coming to connect to this massive sell before we continue buying again. Now, and you can see that all of this massive drop was to connect to all of this sell. If I mark it, you will see it. This is supply demand. For me to buy, I need sellers. For me to sell, I need buyers. So whatever I need to do, I need the opposite. If I want to buy, I need to connect to sell. If I want to sell, I need to connect to buyers. All right. So you are trying to do supply and demand right here. All right. So it goes for both buy and sell. Now, price can keep pulling up here, but the best buy you are going to have is if price drops to this particular level on US 2000. Now, I'm not saying that price cannot just keep pushing to the upside because obviously it has respected this zone. So it might continue respecting this zone. But there's a risk because if price breaks this level, sell, it's coming all the way here. It's coming all the way here. So if at all you're having your buy, make sure you have your stop loss somewhere below. In case price breaks and wants to come here, take me out first. Come here, then I buy you again. That's all. All right, that's all. Okay, so let's look for our dearly beloved gold. This is not the gold app. Where is my gold? Okay, I didn't delete it. So what happened? The gold that we analyzed on last week, this is not it. Let's just open another gold. Okay, let me just use this one here. Let me use this one right here. Oh, I think I just added this moving average 50 and 21. This is H1. This should have been Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday, Thursday, Tuesday. Okay, so like I mentioned the last time that after price broke above this level, okay, first of all, let me go to my daily. So I'm expecting price to come to, okay, this is the one we are like. I'm expecting price to come to double top, which means that price will be forced to come all the way to this point, all the way to this point here, right? So gradually, price will be doing that. Now, on my key levels, this point has been broken. Let me take this out. So my chart will not be messy. Okay, so this level here has been broken. Now, this is 4 hours, mind you, and this is how it's going to look like on daily. On daily might not be too clear because of the presence of this bearish and this bearish. That's why we're having it. But on 4 hours, it's going to be clear. You can still use 4 hours to trade gold. Now, so this is the level. If you want to extend it more, you can connect this point, but it's okay. Let's just take it this way. Now, which means the moment price range and broke this level here, I need price to come back to this point. If it can, this is where I will have a very good buy. And for me to keep buying again, and price eventually did. Eventually did. Not as fast as I expected, but it did. All right, you can see it forced its way into this level, then it is currently buying again. So if I thought price is coming down, if it's going to keep coming down, then I'm expecting it into this sell because I'm expecting a buy coming to this block. There was this massive gap, so price trying to cover it. Coming to this level for me to keep buying you again. That's all. In the long run, we are still buying gold because it hasn't gotten to these levels yet. All right. So we are still going to be actively buying the gold. So I think um, that's all for me for now. Any questions? Any questions so far? based on the analysis we've done this morning. Which trading style is applicable? What trading style is applicable to the analysis you just did? Swing, intraday, etc. You can do day trading and you can do swing trading on it. The goal is to know your key levels from a higher time frame perspective. Then you decide how you want to trade it. On the lower time frame, you just mark where you want price to come into. If it does, then you decide if you want to scalp it, if you want to intraday day trade it, or you want to swing it. For instance, Euro CHF is a swing trade. Like this is a swing trade because price is obviously not going to come all the way to this point in one day. So it's a swing trade. So, but you can decide, oh, let me just place a sell now. If I make some good profit, I'm out. Cheat code, a sell. A sell. Not right now. Not right now. A sell. Perhaps at this level. The highest, most recent candle. A sell. On a one standard, two or even five standard. And price starts selling from here and it sells to this point. Hope you know you would have made some very good profit because of your lot size. Now, you most likely would not want to even wait much longer. You just did a scalp. Or you just enter it maybe with a lower lot size, 0.5, 1 lot, and you probably dragged it till this point here. You just day traded it. Right? Meanwhile, you want to leave this guy for a couple of days to see how far it will get. You just swing trade it. So you decide how you want to trade it based on your capital, your level of patience. What are you looking out for in this market? Am I looking out for quick money and getting out, or do I want to milk the market dry? So you decide, right? I hope that answers your question. So no question again. No other question. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Wishing you a very, very peaceful day. Remember, in case you anything, you can still reach out to me. Perhaps you have your question later. Can I sell Euro USD? Please go back to the analysis that we did. All right. Please go back to the analysis that we did. I made mention that I'm not just coming here to tell you, okay, buy now, sell now. I'm telling you what you'll be doing for the next couple of days. Let's see. Where is even that Euro USD again? Okay. So is either it breaks? Yes, is either it breaks, retest, continue buying it because we are still looking out for buying it, or is going to be reject at this point, and it's looking like there's a rejection, right? If this candle ends as an inverted hand or a handyman, yes, then obviously they will sell this guy, but you wouldn't sell it too far. Worst case scenario, I probably want to sell it into these levels. Because if price is going to go up again, once you can get to these levels, there's enough supply to pick to buy. If at all it's still going to keep buying, there's enough supply to pick to buy, right? So that's one. Meanwhile, if you're interested, show you a very, very wonderful strategy that is mostly ignored, Elliott wave. Now, the rule is this. After price has made 3 to 5 highs, there's a very high chance that price will sweep a lot of liquidity and start over again. So that's why you notice trend changes direction, right? So say, for instance, it has done buy from here 1, done buy from here 2. All of this is the same because it came all the way here. Now, this is more like the third time it wants to do it. So it can do 3, sometimes 4, 5. Once it does, have you noticed that no matter how far price goes, or no matter how down price goes, it doesn't go for too long. You can see price was going down, 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 down. All of a sudden, even if it will keep going down, it will go massively to the upside. Then start that down, 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 down again. All right, there's a strategy, all right? They are all strategies. So you need to understand some of these things, which I cannot explain to you right here. You're welcome, sir. Just go to YouTube. Just go to YouTube, open your YouTube and type rally trade. Rally trade. Then once you see rally trade, just go to click on rally trade itself, go to our videos. Then this is the last video you see. Like this video from the beginning to it. Okay. So let's see. 0026582493. My name is Victor. They sometimes call me the Bishop. All right. Let's see. So you can just reach out to me here. 0026582493. In case you have questions or any further assistance. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Wishing you a very, very peaceful and profitable day. Thank you.